Anyway, as I was saying, the first show in season one or playlist one or whatever, I went rambling on about how early 2000s was a very overactive childhood for me. I'll try and do a recap now. So, 1999, I was majorly Pokemon, Pokemon and Star Wars. 2000 was mostly Star Wars and then Pokemon. 1998, I think I went to Woodstock and saw Korn. It may have been an all ages Woodstock, maybe not. I'm not sure. We're doing eggs. 2001 came along, and the world changed because we're so close to New York. 2002 came along. I was probably doing normal 12-year-old stuff in a fallout shelter. I think it was Harry Potter, and I was writing pen pals to Old London. 2003, I got United States Coast Guard boating credentials. 2004, I was Manhattan Emergency Service, volunteer firefighter. 2005, it was the same thing, Red Cross, Manhattan Emergency Service, and volunteer NYPD explorer. 2006 came along. My neighbor was murdered. She liked karate. And I didn't get my driver's license. I got a 6-pack of beer instead and $50. Sold my car for a little bit of party in her honor. 2007 was diplomatic ambassadors, Moscow, St. Petersburg, Frankfurt, Germany, somewhere near northern Iran, or Iran may have had something or nothing to do with it. The big cover-up is that it was just a 2-week spring break, but it was probably most likely and more likely a diplomatic ambassadors for between the U.S. and the Middle East, and the meetings were in Moscow and St. Petersburg. It's particularly the one further south in Russia. 2008 came along and I didn't get accepted to the Navy, but I got I got an A grade on my physics exam, quantum physics or something similar. My next step was going to be nuclear mechanics and the United States Navy for piloting a submarine, and it didn't work out. I may have gotten accepted to the Rangers through BSA. I was an expert marksman light rifle in the NRA. I did the Delaware Water Gap 50-miler. And I climbed to the top of Tuckerman's Ravine, 6,000 feet vertical, on multiple occasions. But then I started an up and at 'em every 24 hours for pulling a work shift at home with my family, starting 2008. And in 2009, my brother was injured, so I spent time in New Haven, as well as 2010. And then in 2011, I went to New York on my own just to see the sights, and I got the snot kicked out of me by some gang in Harlem. They had no respect for me and third wave responders, fourth wave responders, whatever. In 2012 came along and I did pretty much nothing. Same with 2013, I started dating. 2014, I was with the same date. It's been 5 years since that. I'm ready for another girl. What are we skipping here? 2015, not much. 2016, I think I went, and that was the Dead & Company in Boston. Yep. Well, I've been going to the Capitol Theater, Portchester, New York, Garcia's Bar, East Coast home of the Grateful Dead, since the reopening with Trixie Garcia in 2013. I've been there a couple dozen times on Nugs TV. This is about done. I think the eggs, maybe we'll put it on low again, or not. And that's pretty much my life story in a nutshell. I was born, wake up to find out, Nassau Coliseum, Uniondale, New York. Not there, but New London City instead. My dad was there instead of witnessing me being born. So I got kind of born into the Grateful Dead through that. That's a 2014 album release. My favorite is one that he was at, Nightfall of Diamonds, East Rutherford, New Jersey, Brandenburg Arena, 1987. And rumor has it his great-grandma or fake grandma went to Woodstock in 1969, but no one in the family was into the Grateful Dead before that. East Coast people, you know? Order up. The worst she knows are all obscene. It's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. And that thinks there's really nothing much to it. So whistle through your teeth and spit, 'cause it's alright. Well, a touch of grey kinda suits you anyway. There's even more I have to say, but it's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. We will survive. Time to eat.